Welcome back in, guys. So this video is a little different than what I normally do. So I got a little triggered recently. There's a popular YouTuber named Kireth, or he's popular in the sim racing world. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. I think it's Kireth. He's got some good content. He does videos on like product reviews or product previews and comparisons. He's done like interviews with industry leaders and game developers, stuff like that. He does like a news show, some good stuff. Like he's got some good quality stuff, good production. But he also does a lot of like clickbaity videos. I got baited. I got baited a few days ago. He put out this video called "Why Gran Turismo is Still the King of Sim Racing on Console." One thing he kind of leaned into is console racing games don't need to become hardcore. We don't need to go down the path to be hardcore racing. And I think that's wrong. I got the quote. It's there is an obsession at the moment, an unhealthy obsession, and an unwinnable obsession with being a sim racing game. Who's obsessed? That's what I want to know. Is it the developers or is it the consumers? Because the consumers wanting more as to me that's healthy. Like if Gran Turismo players are feeling like they're missing out on some stuff that other games have, maybe in the PC world, uh, I feel like they should get what they want. Why not? If there's a good sized crowd wanting something, uh, that's money. That's money, and they're gonna buy it if it's good. Looking at you, Project Motor Racing. Recently, we've had the Ren Sport come out. It's a little bit more focused towards esports. I've heard. Then you got Project Motor Racing, and that's a whole conversation. I guess they were trying to lean into the more hardcore. I didn't really know that. I don't know what you consider hardcore. Is it cold tires? Is it fuel management? It doesn't Gran Turismo have that? You said that there's a massive middle ground that needs to be filled. To me, Gran Turismo is right in the middle of all that. They have a little bit of everything. In my opinion, the focus Gran Turismo has is too wide. It used to be like what we wanted, but the landscape has changed. Gran Turismo needs to lean more to the competitive audience. They need to go more hardcore, and I think they would be doing themselves and their fans a disservice by not doing that. It's interesting because Gran Turismo 7 came out when sim racing boomed, I guess around COVID times, and the online features that 7 offers are so outdated and they're very lackluster. I mean, the presentation that 7 gives you is always top notch. Gran Turismo presentation, nobody beats that. It's amazing. But the features that it has is very bad. It's behind the times. In my opinion, if GT8 doesn't step up and fill that void, it's not going to be good. They're going to alienate a big portion of their audience, their current audience, and maybe I'm off on that. And I don't think I am, but maybe I am. One thing that I felt called out on was you talked about the you put it as ultra hardcore racers, us with our expensive equipment and our triple screens and our VR goggles and our multi-$1,000 sim rigs and PCs and stuff. I don't think those people are paying a lot of attention to consoles. If they're racing on PC, they're not going to go back to console. Most people see console and GT7 as like a stepping stone to PC, and we're not going backwards. you make it sound like those people have a very closed-minded, and I'm sure a very small portion of that group is extremely closed-minded. Most hobbies have the snobs and the hipsters. Nobody's like hoping for the worst on consoles. Like we're not trying to take over Gran Turismo and stuff, but I do think that we want the industry to push forward. And if console racers are getting something that's better, I think we celebrate that. We don't feel threatened. You said we feel threatened if something comes along, something new, bigger and better. I don't know who that is, and whoever that is, they're in a very small group. I want GT8 to be great. I want there to be more than 16 players in a lobby. I want there to be better penalty system. I want there to be leagues. I want there to be clubs. I want big logos for their teams and like moderation tools and better replays, better spectator modes. I don't think I'm by myself in wanting that stuff either. I'm excited for whatever is next on console racing. I hope they lean into the hardcore stuff. It's a racing game. They need to lean more into the racing stuff. You also brought up this guy named Bob. This imaginary man named Bob that works a 9 to 5, and he doesn't have a lot of time for video games, I guess. So his few hours a week that he has for sim racing, he wants to make sure they're valued. GT7, you can get some good racing in a few hours a week, but if Bob gets a little bit more competitive, if Bob wants to spend more time online, I think Bob's going to get frustrated because he needs to grind. He needs to earn more money to buy that Lamborghini that he needs for his league race, for his Discord race. I've got a little personal experience with that. I was in a GT7 league. It was a multi-class season coming up, Group 1 and Group 3 cars. Since I don't play the game much, I had like 3 or 4 cars to choose from, and it sucked. I had to make a choice. Did I just want to settle for what I had, or did I want to grind and earn more cars for a game that I don't really play that often? And that sucked. Gran Turismo isn't always the game that you can dip in and out of. There's a lot of stuff that's kind of behind the grinding, and the more serious sims on PC side, they're not quite so inaccessible for stuff like that. You can buy the base game and have all your cars and tracks ready to go as soon as you launch. Now, there is a lot of paid for DLC, but just the base game alone, you can have a lot of fun. And that's with Automobilista 2. That's with Le Mans Ultimate. That's even with iRacing. And I'm not a big iRacing fan because it's too expensive. And you can do all that with an old PC, like a low spec PC and a controller. You don't even have to have a steering wheel. So if Bob has 60 minutes to race online with his buddies, he needs to come to PC. So I guess that's all I got. I felt a little called out by your super hardcore comment, but thanks for watching. Oh, and Kireth, stop using hood cam. Stop using chase cam. Let's get some cockpit in there, buddy.